Network Entertainment.
At saka makikita nyo rin kung paano mag-model si Stanley.
Oo.
Oo, kasi
Yes.
parang pinangarap niya kanina na maging car model. So binigyan siya ng chance, nag-model siya doon. Kaya lang, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng car model na nagtaas ng shirt. So hindi ko alam kung magugustuhan niyo yun.
Magugustuhan
So
niyo.
kung gusto nyo makita siya ni Stanley,
Mm.
check nyo rin.
Ay, ilang buwan ko pinaghirapan to, nagja-jogging ako.
Dude, may abs ka ba?
Oo, may abs ako.
Nasaan?
Ito.
Nasaan?
Yan.
Nasaan?
Ayan, basta.
Nasaan? Taas
Pakikita
mo.
ninyo sa Suplado Motors. Mga Immortal, welcome to the Underpaid Podcast. I'm your host, Stanley Chi. Ito ang podcast na pro-employee para sa mga Immortal, where we talk about work-related topics in a light manner na para nagkukwentuhan lang tayo sa pantry. Kasama ko si Zar Dels Reyes, CRSP. Hello, Zar.
Hello. Pagod na pagod tayo today.
No, we had an event kasi. No?
Yeah.
May launch ng isang car brand.
Mm-mm.
May isang sasakyan na EV na kung ako sa inyo, kung gusto nyo makita ko ano yun, pumunta kayo sa Suplado Motors ngayon, i-check ninyo yung social media accounts.
At saka makikita nyo rin kung paano mag-model si Stanley.
Oo.
Oo, kasi
Yes.
parang pinangarap niya kanina na maging car model. So binigyan siya ng chance, nag-model siya doon. Kaya lang, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng car model na nagtaas ng shirt. So hindi ko alam kung magugustuhan niyo yun.
Magugustuhan
So
nyo
kung
yun.
gusto nyo makita siya ni Stanley,
Mm.
check nyo rin.
Ay, ilang buwan ko pinaghirapan to, nagja-jogging ako.
Dude, may abs ka ba?
Oo, may abs ako.
Nasaan?
Ito.
Nasaan?
Ayan, dito.
Nasaan?
Ayan, basta.
Nasaan? Taas
Pakikita
mo.
ninyo sa Suplado Motors.
Oo.
Zar, please promote our social media accounts.
Ayun, so thank you to sa mga nagpo-follow sa Underpaid Podcast, sa mga social media accounts namin, sa Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and upcoming YouTube channel. So
Pero-
super thank you. Pag hindi pa
Oo.
kayo nagpo-follow, okay lang. Pwede pa kayo mag-follow. Also, please follow Stanley Chi's account. Doon niyo makikita yung mga ibang projects niya.
Facebook,
Oo.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Mm-mm.
Tsaka yung video podcast na to, nasa Spotify, meron din sa YouTube channel ng The Pod Network Entertainment.
Yes. And
And yung
also
sa'yo.
follow me on LinkedIn for career advice. Also follow me on at My Other Office PH on all the social media channels.
Yun, syempre, Suplado Motors, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
If you're interested about cars, even if you're not, nakakatawa naman si Stanley doon. Let's remember na comedian naman talaga siya.
Di ba
So-
nagjo-joke ka rin dati? Nagjo-joke
Ayoko
ka
na nga
rin.
mag-joke eh.
Example mo na, may nanonood sa atin mga taga-Visor.
Um,
Ano yung mga jokes ni Zar? Para, tingnan natin si Justin,
ayoko na mag-joke.
masayahing tao to, tsaka si Tin. Para lang sa kanila, ano yung mga sample ng jokes mo?
Seryoso ba to?
Oo, ayan, oo. Ayan, tingnan mo.
Kasi ganito story niyan.
Mm,
Gines namin mga cool pals.
mm.
Tapos, nagjo-joke sila, syempre, kasi lahat sila comedian. So, Stanley, si GB, si James, and then there's me. And then, dun sa comment section, may mga nagbabash sa akin na hindi daw ako
Napaka-serious
nakakatawa.
daw, ganyan.
Na hindi daw ako nagjo-joke.
Mm.
So, for a time, nagjo-joke kami dito sa Underpaid Podcast.
And ano yung
Yun.
mga type ng jokes mo? Sige nga, para sample naman. Sige, baka nakalimutan na nila eh.
Anong pinapahid sa sugat ng baboy?
Ano?
Ointment. Okay. Okay na.
Going bulilit.
Gusto ko yung wag ninyeka. Okay. Wag nyeka na. Ayoko na nga. Ayun, yun. Yun yung tama. Yun ang, okay, wag na natin pilitin kasi hindi talaga.
Pinapasaya lang namin kayo kasi we'll
Hindi talaga mag-work out.
we'll talk about our toxic layoff stories.
Oo.
Sige.
At saka timely kasi ang daming mga layoff ngayon sa
Mm-mm.
tech. 'Di ba?
Toxic layoff stories. I'll give a sample.
Oh.
I had an office mate before, way back, when I was still in advertising. Ang sinabi sa kanya, after 6 months, hindi siya na regular kasi retrenchment. Tapos, hindi maganda yung treatment sa kanya ng mga regular employees.
Okay.
Alam mo yung back then kasi hinihirit-hiritan,
Mm.
ganyan. It's a sort of bullying na rin eh.
Mm.
Nagtitripan siya, ganyan. Parang hindi siya feel ng mga tao.
Okay.
Ganon, yun yung toxic layoff stories. And ako, tingin ko, parang mas nakabuti pa na hindi siya tumagal dun sa kumpanya. Kasi, ganun ugali ng mga kasama niya.
Oo.
Ako personally, na-regular ako pero hindi rin ako tumagal sa kumpanya. Kasi nga nakikita ko yung culture, hindi maganda.
Yeah.
Pinagtitripan, puro bisyo yung ginagawa nila. And, sorry kasi may mga, dati kasi, pag naninigarilyo sila sa opisina, naka-aircon. So lahat, kung di ka naninigarilyo, nalalanghap mo yung second hand smoke.
Mm.
Tapos yung usok, kumakapit sa damit mo eh. So amoy yosi ka rin.
Andali
Diba?
lang, kailan ba to? 90s ba to?
Hindi.
80s?
This was early 2000. Sa
Grabe, pwede pa
advertising.
mag-yossi sa loob ng office noon.
Yes, ganun dati. Tapos, ano sila parang medyo cliquish. And a lot of the older generation, kasi yung mga naging kaopisina ko, hindi sila fine arts graduate. Nasa advertising to, nasa creative department kami. Yung mga ibang kasama ko, natuto na lang mag-Photoshop. Pero
Okay.
hindi sila creative. So parang, ano sila, kinapa-kapaan nila yung Photoshop. Wala pa nung mga tutorial, yung mga YouTube, wala pa na makikita mo how to use Photoshop ng maayos.
Mm.
So, there's this insecurity na may pumasok na fine arts graduate. Tapos, galing ako sa UST. Yun, sila. Nagbasa nung libro ng Photoshop. So, medyo madamot sila magturo kung paano ginagawa yung mga ganyang commands. Ngayon, madali na lang. I-google mo, makikita mo na. Dati, when you want to learn Photoshop, yung mga shortcut, yung mga keys na dapat meron kang original na Photoshop, makikita mo yung mga shortcut na keys. Wala yan sa online eh. Hindi yan tinuturo dati. So, mas mahirap nun. May mga insecurities na.
Ito, meron akong alam. Meron akong nakita. Nakita ko talaga. So, etong manager, tinanong niya yung HR kung paano i-let go etong worker niya. Okay, etong team member niya. Kaya lang, nasend niya sa 1,800 people. So, namali siya ng email distro. So, ako, nung nakita ko, minessage ko yung manager. May nagkamali ka. Pero ang nangyari naman, yung IT naman, na-retrieve. Pero, ako, alam ko na. Siguro, it was there for mga 30 minutes. Enough time for almost everyone to see.
Yung mga payroll, hindi ba nangyari sa inyo yun?
Yung ano?
Yung payroll, nagkamali na.
Hindi nangyari yun. Very automated ang payroll namin. But I've also seen people who lost their jobs and then nalaman nila when they weren't able to log in. Diba?
Parang medyo masakit naman yun.
Yung nagtataka ka, ano nangyari? Tapos, you received an email through your personal email na lang na, okay, you were laid off.
Parang ang sama naman. Tapos ito toxic na layoff stories Nalaman ng ibang writers na wala na silang trabaho through text nung mga ibang tao. Yung ibang tao nagsabi sa kanila na okay lang kayo na walang kayo ng work. Nasa in the middle of trabaho. Doon lang nila nalaman. Kasi pinost ng company nila sa Facebook, social media na wala na yung ganitong company nila, yung ganyan. So yun, may nagme-message sa kanila, okay lang ba kayo, ganyan. Hindi nila alam, galing sila sa isang project na ginagawa.
Yeah.
Hindi ko ma-divulge kasi nakakahiya rin, no? Ikukwento ko na lang off record.
Yeah.
Ganun. Pero nakakahiya rin. Yung ganun. And may iba naman, toxic layoff stories, malalaman mo sa ibang tao na tatanggalin ka na pala. Parang yung nangyari sa'yo. Pero ikaw kasi, nagkamali ng email. Ito, kwento ng boss.
Okay.
Sa ibang team, puwera dun sa tao. Yun. Tapos magtataka ka, meron ng opening, may job openings. Hindi mo alam, ba't akala mo magdadagdag ng tao, yung pala ikaw na aalisin. Kapalit mo.
Alam mo, in recruitment, because we work on backfills, meaning yung mga replacements, usually we ask, what's the reason for the backfill? If it's a backfill, what's the reason for your backfill? So if a hiring manager would request help for their recruitment, request it from my team, then I have to know anong reason ng backfill mo. And then they do say na, okay, the reason is they're letting someone go, and then we have to ask for the name. So alam na namin kung sinong matatanggal. So while this person is working, we are finding a replacement for that person na. Oo, so that happens.
Oh.
Ang masakit dun sometimes as a recruiter is this is the same person that you hired for them, that you sourced for them before. And then it didn't work out probably, or they want someone with a new skill set, and then they're replacing that person. And you're doing the replacement. So, medyo masakit yan as a recruiter kasi hire mo yun eh. Syempre, you have a special connection rin. You've connected with that person, you've sourced that person, and then that person will be replaced by you who found that person in the first place. So, medyo masakit siya.
Masakit din kung ikaw yung empleyadong tinanggal kasi matagal na palang pinag-uusapan na tatanggalin ka, ikaw pa yung huling nakaalam. Or minsan, the managers or your office mates would give you hints. Uy, medyo nanganganib ka, medyo pinag-iinitan ka.
I've had people who were let go and then messaged me about finding a job but I know that they were let go because of their performance or whatever reason it is, or kailangan ng manager ng bagong skill set and kailangan nila ng budget. Kasi minsan pagdating sa budget, you have to let go of people to be able to get a new one. So as a manager, that would be the difficult decision. Diba?
Ito kung empleyado ka, makakaramdam ka rin eh. Pag ang pinapatugtog nung manager mo is let me be the one.
Hindi ko nga alam yun eh. Ano yun? Pakikanta nga.
Kanta ni Jimmy Bondok yun.
Ay, hindi ko alam.
Let me be the one to break it up.
Kantahin mo nga.
So you don't have to make excuses. Kumbaga parang ako na magsasabi na tanggal ka.
May mga ganung drama pa.
May mga ganun.
Okay.
May iba nga nare-retrench, umiiyak.
Okay, and this is not exactly toxic but I do have a story. So, 2 weeks ago, ano ba ngayon?
Well,
okay, 2 weeks ago. If it's May 28, 2 weeks ago, mga May 14, Upwork announced that it would lay off 20% of its workforce. And Upwork is where I work, right?
Yeah, you're the senior recruiting manager.
So they announced that they were laying off people, 24%, and then it would be a mix of employees and a mix of contractors. So everyone knows that I've been working for Upwork for 13 years. So when they announced the layoff, I volunteered to be laid off. Yeah.
Talaga?
Parang hindi mo alam. Okay.
Hindi ko alam.
Okay, so you can't volunteer for a layoff. But then I did talk to people. I said, okay, can you lay me off? Can you... Parang iba iniisip mo. Pero I asked people, okay, can you ask this person if I can be laid off? Because I've worked there for 13 years. And I'm tired of the tech layoffs.
Wait,
there have been layoffs for the past 6 years.
Sorry Ang tawag sa pag hindi ka pa natanggal at tatanggalin ka pa lang, you'll be laid off. Diba? So, ang pag natanggalan ka ng trabaho, you got laid.
Yeah,
got laid
okay.
off na,
Sige.
Diba? Ganon,
Okay, so, after ang announcement ng Upwork, and this is public, ang announcement ng Upwork is they're going to lay off people the next week. So, parang they've announced it, and then you have to wait a few days para malaman mo kung kasama ka dun sa layoff list.
Okay. Biro mo yung
Grabe
stress nun and anxiety na nag-aantay ka kung matatanggal ka o hindi. And that's been happening for the longest time.
That's been happening for the past 3 years actively.
Pag nagtatanggalan ng Upwork, di ba?
Kasi tech company yun eh. Ako, expected ko na yun. And then this time, I'm ready. Okay, sige, lay off ako. Okay lang, di ba? And I was volunteering, pero bawal mag-volunteer.
Hi there, my name is Earl, and I'm the host of Philippine Campfire Stories. After this episode that you're listening to, baka naman gusto mong mag-check ng mga horror stories sa mga folklore and urban legends na nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Mga true horror stories shared in a manner na hindi ka naman matatakot pero ma-entertain ka. Go ahead and check out Philippine Campfire Stories, and we have over 200 episodes just waiting for you. See you there!
Or anyway, so nung day na yon, nag-send na pala sila ng emails nung layoff day, nung may announcement na. Tapos, may nag-message sa akin. Sabi niya, your wish came true. Oo. So, I was laid off. Oo. So, okay lang. Ginusto ko naman siya. So this time, hindi ako stressed. Wala ako na-feel na anxiety. I was ready. And 13 years at the same company. That's a very long time.
Parang hindi pahinga yung hinihingi mo eh. Parang hindi bakasyon eh.
Oh.
Parang ayaw mo na.
Ayoko na.
Okay.
Ayoko na because I was tired of the layoffs. I was tired of dealing with it. And also, way back 2024, they removed my whole team. Diba? And then I was left behind.
Ito yung parang retrenchment and nag-merge
so
ng team.
That was very, and yun nga, yung team merging, totoo yun. Kasi, nalipat ako sa ibang team nung tinanggal nila yung team ko. So, I was this time, I was ready. This time parang, I was telling people, really, I'm not stressed or I don't feel any anxiety. I just want to get out of here na. So, that's the story. And honestly, I didn't feel, was it toxic? I didn't feel it was toxic. But then probably the toxic part there was waiting for the others who are afraid to lose their jobs. The toxic part there was waiting for a week. Also, there was, because Upwork is a very public company and a lot of freelancers know Upwork, and it's a work marketplace, people were criticizing the layoff. People are criticizing because it's a platform where you get jobs. And then here's a platform removing jobs from its workforce. And the reason was AI.
Oo. So, ano yung naramdaman mo nung nag-volunteer ka?
Actually, relief.
Relieved ka?
Oh, relieved.
Okay.
Relieved ako because I wanted it. And then I also wanted to resign. And then I said, okay, I'll give this another year. And then I'll find other opportunities na lang. So it was something that I wanted. So it wasn't really something that scared me. Siguro if this happened to me, if the layoff happened to me, probably a year ago, maybe I would have cried like I normally do during each layoff. But this time I didn't feel anything. I was relieved. So it was not stressful. I didn't feel any anxiety. And I felt na, okay, this is the break that I needed.
Okay. So, pwede ko bang matanong kung naging milyonarya ka after na layoff ka?
Hindi. Okay lang.
Okay lang.
Okay
so,
lang.
may compensation.
May compensation. Alam mo, contractual ako. So, ibig sabihin, pag contractual ka, contractual for 13 years So, ibig sabihin, pag contractual ka, if you resign, you don't get anything. If your contract ends, you won't get anything. But if you were laid off, you will get something. You will get your whole contract. They would pay off your whole contract. And also, you might get severance.
Kaya bihira yung bihira yung tinatanggal dito kasi because of the separation pay.
But then if you're an employee,
kung employee
you
ka,
are, but then I'm not.
Oo.
For 13 years, I've been a contractor. So ibig sabihin,
yung contract mo.
Oo,
kaya ka binigyan ng compensation.
Oo. So ganun yun. So anyway, ako naman, ready naman ako because I have other things naman eh. And also, I prepared for it. I prepared for it for years. Diba sinasabi ko naman sa'yo, nag nag-developer ako, 'di ba? AWS scholar ako, Amazon Web Services scholar ako, so junior developer ako in tech terms. Meron tayong Suplado Motors, meron tayong other gigs. Nag-work ako sa isang marketing company. So I have these skill sets that I can use if I want to.
And yung
Diba?
experience mo naman sa Upwork na 13, 14
Yeah,
years,
and
diba?
as
Malaking
a-
bagay yun.
As a recruiter or recruiting manager, senior recruiting manager for the largest work marketplace in the world, it means that I will get a job easily. Hindi naman easily, okay? But then at least I know strategies naman to get a job. And I have a minimum hourly rate. So it's fine. I'm fine. And it would be different if, yun nga, I was laid off last year.
Oh, pero thank you for sharing it dito sa
Oo
Underpaid.
naman.
Diba?
I
Oo.
wasn't telling people. I wasn't also posting on LinkedIn. Usually pag ganito, you post on LinkedIn, but I didn't post on LinkedIn. I didn't post because I didn't want to tell the story in a certain way. And I don't want people to get sad. Because some people get sad. Pag may mga ganito stories. Like, I got sad when people were getting laid off like years ago. Like, even my boss.
Well, yung ibang empleyado, hindi ganun.
Ano?
Hindi ganun. Pag
Actually,
nangyari
sabi
ng
mo nga,
ganun.
ba't ako umiiyak eh? Dati, di ba, may mga
Hindi nga. Kasi
na-lay off.
ano,
May mga na-lay off before.
Oo.
Tapos umiyak ako kay Stanley.
Sabi ko, ba't kayo umiiyak? Di naman ikaw yung nawalan ng trabaho.
Ayun. Kasi
Yun.
may guilt eh. Na naiwan ka eh.
Bakit ikaw ba yung nakipag-usap sa kanila?
Meron, means yung iba.
Hmm.
Oo.
Well, since...
Yung iba,
Ano
oo.
nga naman,
Ako nakipag-usap.
Okay.
Pero hindi naman every time.
Ano yung usual reaction nila pag kinakausap mo? Tapos,
Wala.
ano yung sinasabi mo sa
Deadma.
kanila? Paano mo sinasabi na...
Remember na na nasa HR rin to mga kinakausap ko. So pag kinausap mo sila, alam na nila.
Kapag winananuan, parang
At
na
saka-
principal's office.
At saka
pag
may
ganun.
script yon. Kapag nililay off ka or tatanggalin ka, may script yun. May binabasa akong script. Pero after noon, like pag kilala ko, kinakausap ko naman. Like, I'm sorry I have to do it. I'm sorry that we have to let you go. Ganon. Hindi, yung iba lang yung kinakausap ka. Meron naman hindi kinakausap. Sarang okay lang. Okay
Ni-email
lang.
mo lang, ganun.
Hindi, wala.
Wala.
Good riddance na lang minsan.
Oo. Well, thank you for sharing it sa Underpaid. And
Ayun, but I'm okay.
medyo mabigat ang episode natin ngayon because
Actually, hindi.
it's toxic layoff stories. Pero yung sa'yo,
Hindi, sa akin, personal experience, I'm okay. But then, if you're in that situation na malalaman mo after a week pa, yung
Medyo
na malilay off ka, yun,
kakabahan ka.
masakit yun.
Pupunta ka ng Padre Pio niyan. O
Kuya,
dadasal-dasal
pumupunta akong
ka,
Padre
oo.
Pio.
Diba?
This time nga, hindi nga ako pumunta. Pero
Hmm.
okay ako.
Mm.
Like, okay ako. Like, may mga may message sa akin. And then, akala nila sad ako. Hindi naman ako sad.
Okay, so anong papayo mo kung sakaling na-layoff ang isang empleyado?
First, kapag na-retain ka for a certain period, like me, I think you have to prepare for it. Because I did.
Mm.
I did prepare for it. I did do my 3-month Amazon Web Services scholarship. I did work for other companies as well. And even before the layoff and even before I was a manager, I was juggling 2 to 3 jobs. I think it's also key that you have other sources of income.
Well, totoo yan.
Oo. Because if you lose one, then you have 2 others. Or you have another one. And hindi mo masyado iisipin yung main job mo. And if you're contractual, like me, treat your contract job as your sideline. Yun. And also, you have to save up. 3 to 6 months of emergency.
Ako nga, 1 year ang sa sinasabi ko 1 year sana
And then
para
the
safe.
basic is like,
Oo.
sige, pag freelancer ka, 1 year. And also be realistic. Already know how much you really need. For example, I just need siguro 100 to 150,000 a month. But I used to, okay, pwede ko na sabihin, I used to earn 340 and almost 400. Ayun, but I just need 100 to 150.
Kasi naman, nasa ibang bansa ka work
Yeah,
from home
and
ka.
then I
malaki
also have
natitipid.
other sidelines naman.
Mm.
So it's really important. Financially, you're prepared. Skill-wise, you're prepared. And you also know how much you're earning, you need in a month para hindi ka nag-worry. Even if, especially pag malaki sweldo mo, you would think, okay, baka hindi ko kaya na walang ganitong kalaking sweldo. Usually, yung naging problema ng mga tao dahil naiisip nila, okay, hindi
I
ako
think
mag-survive.
May
Pero,
lifestyle na
oo. Pero knowing how much you need talaga in a month, and also knowing kung kailangan mo ba talaga yung ganong kalaking pera is critical. Kasi baka mamaya ma-depress ka, di ba? Pag may nawala sa yung ganong kalaki. Ayun. So, just be prepared. Financially, mentally, emotionally. And I'm not saying that you have to prepare yourself months in advance. Me, it took a year for me to be prepared emotionally. No, it took years for me to be prepared emotionally because I've gone through a lot of layoffs. Palagi akong nasa-save. And then this time, when it happened, because I wanted it to happen. So, iba yung feeling ngayon. Iba yung feeling last year.
Okay. So, ayun, mga immortal. Ito, mula sa experience ni Czar, pero siya nag-volunteer sa mga immortal na ayaw mawalan ng trabaho. We always advise them naman na yung make the company feel that you're indispensable. Ano yung sabihin nun? You do the work of 2 to 3 people. Diba? Kung ikaw yung nagdadala ng pera sa kumpanya, malaking bagay yon. And of course, matuto makisama.
Yeah,
diba?
That's true.
O mga immortal, kung may mga comment kayo, kung gusto nyo mag-share ng inyong mga layoff stories, please message us sa Facebook, sa Instagram, or sa personal social media accounts namin. And
yes.
Etong isang buwan na to, puro layoff stories or layoff topics kasi layoff series ito Diba?
And also, if you're thinking na takot ka mawalan ng trabaho or takot ka ma-layoff, eto na lang isipin mo. At least dun sa mga na-layoff, nakakilala ko, na-layoff before me, they're okay now. And
Mas maganda yung
a lot of
ginagawa
them
nila ngayon.
are even earning more. And earning more meaning galing sila sa Upwork o galing sila sa US-based company na malaki magpasweldo. So they're okay. Kasi nga, pag mga ganito, iisipin mo lahat masama. Baka hindi na ako makahanap ng work. Baka, syempre hindi ka makakahanap ng work kung hindi ka naghahanap ng work.
Tsaka kung masama ang loob mo palagi, tsaka kung galit ka sa mundo.
Syempre,
diba?
hindi ka makakahanap ng work kung hindi ka nga nakakuha ng interviews after siguro 5 applications. Siguro damihan mo, di ba? So, basing it from the experience of people who have been laid off before, nakita ko naman okay sila So, if they're okay, most probably you'll be okay.
Ayun. And always remember, you are enough.
Yes, you are enough.
Hindi porket nawalan ka ng trabaho, hindi ka effective. Baka hindi ka lang dapat nandyan sa isang team na yan. Baka dapat sa mas malaking kumpanya ka, sa ibang opportunities ka na mas ibibigay, mas babagay para sa'yo.
At saka baka nga redirection yan.
Yun. So, there you have it, guys. For Zardelos Reyes. I hope you learned a lot from this episode. I'm your host, Stanley Chi. This is the Underpaid Podcast and hope to see you guys next episode.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.